Alright, time to read the comments. Why tier 6 aspects are garbage? Tier 6 aspects are okay, except the ones from stone. Because tier 6 stone simply doesn't give any money. I got 19 out of 19 from 6.1 aspect. Horrible compared to others. 19 out of 19? That's not an aspect, that's some old mob. I don't speak this language. Let's see what Google Translate says. Portuguese to English. Please put subtitles in Portuguese, because I like a lot of your videos, but as I don't understand English, I stop watching. Well, I don't speak Portuguese, so I cannot make Portuguese subtitles. It's not possible for me. You can use automatic translation by YouTube, but it's really bad. It's really bad. It doesn't make much sense most of the time. I gather when taking a break from PvP, I normally always in Black Zone and Avalonian Roads. Let's go, let's go. I think your videos help to understand some basic and experienced thing about gathering. So that helps more people go and do gathering. Also, I think maybe even players' migration to Albion could be a factor for the current market situation about gathering resources. I miss fiber at 998. Now seems to be around 700 to 850. Well, it also kind of depends on where you're selling the stuff. If you change towns, that also may have impacted the price. But it's possible that if more people are gathering, that the prices are dropping because there are simply more resources flowing around. But I don't know how big my impact is on that. I mean, the world seems pretty small, and if like 500 people got encouraged to gather because of me, then this may have a rather big impact on the game. Possibly. But I don't know. I don't know. It's hard for me to really estimate my influence in this whole thing. The only profession I'm high is woodcutting tier 6 now. Well, that's not much. I do believe the low prices are right now are due to bots in Mardlong messing with the market. I highly doubt that. Yeah, dude, for the last 2 weeks, titanium ore got below to 200 or sometimes 210. Right now, going up other materials too. I think poison go up again. I don't know if that's the point. I mean, bots would kinda work, but they can only get like tier 5, tier 4 and stuff like that resources. Because in the black zone they would always get killed. And probably even in the red zone. So it would not be possible for bots to get tier 6, tier 7 and tier 8 resources. And to be honest, gathering tier 5 resources in the yellow zone, I personally don't know what would be the fun in that. Like, I don't see it. Albion is red zone and black zone. That's a game. If somebody is spending the whole time in blue zones and yellow zones, then I don't know. That's not Albion, you know? Then you can just play World of Warcraft or whatever, somewhere where it doesn't matter that you die. Hundreds of sell orders with only one piece. Then one sell order with 999 to halt the market. This shit is fucking ridiculous. They are even going for journals. SBI, please. If you want to manipulate the market, you can do it. I mean, why not? I think that's actually good. I actually think that it's good that you can try to influence the market. you would need to put a lot of effort and would need to have a lot of resources as a single person to actually influence it very much. But I guess it's possible, but not with something like tier 5 resources, because there are just way too many people gathering those. I don't think that with such an abundant resource that it would be possible to really influence the market a lot there. What is your main language? German. German bang dir. Let's see if that's actually some language and actually means something. He is German. Yeah, it actually means something. Hi man, I just started with gathering. How I leveled it up to tier 8 fast? Should I gather everything or just focus on one thing like skinning? Gathering everything at the same time is the fastest. It's the fastest. If you have enough learn points for that and you don't care about the silver, then leveling up everything at once, taking all the tools with you, gathering everything is the fastest way. And always gather stuff that is at your tier and below. Never up. Otherwise it takes way too long and it's not concerning the fame only. It's not worth it, the time investment. You level up slower if you take resources that are above your tier. If you gather every piece of hide in your screen, you will level up to tier 8 pretty quickly. What is the best time to gather? I don't know. 3 hours of juice, nice. You're welcome. Hi, hello. There's a map, can't remember the name, but it has 9 solo chests on it. Also, both Oyarloses are pretty good, Xenos and Zuphitos. Well, 9 solo chests, it's very important that these green chests are on tier 8. Otherwise, it's really much worse than tier 6 chests when you're running around with 8.3 gear and 4 people. You really need some high tier stuff. That was amazing fight and ganking. Keep it up. Thank you. Everyone is committing suicide about the solo PvE bow of Badon, yeah? Pretty much. As I said in the video, I was finding a lot of new players there. Love this. Amazing and entertaining content. Thank you. I'm first. You are correct. Take care, man. Have a good rest. And also, maybe too late to say this, your videos encourage me to play in Black Zone. No more nervousness whenever enter full loot zones. Yeah, it's just a matter of training, a matter of experience. After a while, you will not feel this nervousness that you had in the beginning, which is kind of interesting. And I must say, I also kind of miss it. Like the days when I started playing Albion, going into the red zone and flagging up and stuff like that, or the first times in the black zone, or the first times in the Roads of Avalon were extremely exciting. Where is your spectral diabor? In the solo gathering video, I said that in the beginning of the video. He said it at the start of the video, yeah. Got sick, so went to the pet doctor. Yeah, the spectral diabor wasn't feeling well that day. Like, I had to bring it away. What a dramatic end, so sad. Well, it doesn't always go the way you wanted. What situation can Daybreaker be used? For solo PvP. It's also not completely terrible for solo PvE in the open black zone, but nothing else really. For every other kind of content, other weapons are better. Very nice, your videos are very insightful, thank you. Nice run. Yeah, I think it was a good one. When video? Let Google translate that for me. I'm having the worst time of my life and your videos relax me and help me forget my problems for a while. Thanks, keep it up. Wow, that's pretty heavy, but you're welcome. Oh, another one. Another one. That Google has to translate for me. I don't know if you'll understand, but waking up at dawn to record Albion videos isn't for everyone. Be it any kind of content, you have determination and that's what will make you move forward in life. Once again, congratulations on the determination to wake up at dawn to record. Well, it's not that much of determination, or if that's even the correct word, but I think I know what you mean. It's just my daily sleep circle. Like I wake up early to go to work in the week, so at the weekend I will also get up early. And likewise, I will also sometimes record like half an hour or 1 hour after I wake up. That does happen. Archer mobs make you always have to get close. Yep. You turn auto respect off. For tier 6 resources, I sometimes turn it off if I don't think I have enough learn points. Because leveling up the tier 7 and tier 8 resources is the priority. But if I have enough learn points, I also level up the tier 6 resources. Play at 1.5 speed and look at his eyes. In the solo fame farming plus high tier gathering video. Yeah, I can imagine my eyes going like round and round and round the whole time. Because checking for gankers and stuff. Hey, 180p, nice. I think all my videos since like a year or so should be in 1080p. I'm not 100% sure when I switched it to this resolution, but it should be for a while already. Nice juking skills, thank you. A very close call with the group of gankers. It was pretty dangerous, but it was not as close, I believe. I think I would have been able to tank that beer pause, but I would also have lost my gallop, so maybe very close, maybe just close, but dodging was pretty good. I was curious how come when fishing, let's say in tier 7 zone, I can still get low tier fish like tier 3. You probably mean the rare fish. Like, it doesn't matter if you fish in a tier 7 or in a tier 8 zone or tier 6. You can always get the rare tier 3 fish. They also have some funny names and they are worth like 1,000 silver per piece or 1,500 silver per piece or maybe even 2,000. Like these are these special fish and crabs and stuff like that. You can always get them also in tier 8 zones. I'm also getting tier 5 fish, like the red ones. Some not dead water eel, but the tier 5 eel, which is also worth like 3k, 4k silver per piece. And also takes longer to fish. And you can get them in any zone. Yeah, basically. Except that you cannot get dead water eel in tier 6 and lower zones. How the hell do you get tier 3? Blah. Well, it's the stuff in... It's just the special fish. You can always get the tier 3 special fishes. Like, there are different ones. There are crabs. There are mollusks. Is that the name? There are fish and different types of them. And you can get them everywhere. That's what I don't understand. Then you are probably not fishing in a tier 7 zone. Well, that's not correct. I'm fishing in a tier 8 zone. And I'm getting tier 3 fish. No, it was 100% tier 7 zone I fish in. Actually, let me look at the video. Time to continue my. Now it's dark. Now it's not dark. Wait a second. Wait a second. Nah, it's so fast. I'm selling too fast. Here, it's not the best quality, but you can. Here you can see it, right? The green fish here. I have tier 3 fish in my inventory, even though I was fishing in tier 7 and tier 8 zones. Oh, maybe my face was above it, but now you can see it, like this tier 3 fish here, right? That's, you can get tier 3 fish in tier 8 zones and tier 7 zones, but it's a rare fish. It's a rare fish. As I told, River Cops Found is way better map than that tier 8 map. If you think that's a good map, just give it a try on that map. Way more water. In Found also you can R back easily. Then River Cops Found is surrounded by tier 7 maps like River Cops Path, River Cops Curve, Sunken Buff Wood, Thunder Rock Upland. Also Found is close to other tier 8 zones. I did look at it. But the tier 7 Swamp, I believe. Yeah, tier 7 Swamp was one map farther away from River Cops Found. There was a tier 5 map in between, which is dead time, which is really bad. And all the other maps are, of course, not useful for me. I need a tier 8 forest, and a tier 8 swamp is kind of okay. Like, it seems very much like that you get dead water eel way more frequently in forest maps than in swamp maps. In the swamp maps, I have been getting dead water eel 40%, 30 to 40% out of the time. While in the forest, I'm getting dead water eel like 80% of the time when I'm getting a rare fish. Which is very important because all the rare fish are garbage except dead water eel, which is amazing. So it is very important to maximize the dead water eel gains. I definitely agree that River Cops Found is a much better map, much more water, much safer, etc. But it's farther away and there is no tier 7 forest map next to it. So those are very big problems, basically. You're fishing in one of my favorite places, basically. But I actually prefer tier 8 roads. Fishing, it's a funny way for making money, but the real money become from food. Shop, source, craft special food, point 2, point 3, and don't say anything, it's a secret. Well, the thing is, you can do that without fishing. You know, you can just buy all the resources, then shop or craft or stuff like that, and then sell. You don't have to go fishing for crafting. So this is basically unrelated, you know? Crafting and fishing, it doesn't matter. Like, dude. Hello, Apple, hello. Too fast. SD. That's probably supposed to be a smiley, I guess. Does someone know under which circumstances this red exclamation mark appears over your head? Yes, it appears when you dismount and somebody is close to you in a certain range. Then it appears. Only when you dismount. If you just stand somewhere and somebody gets close to you, you will not get that red exclamation mark over your head. Clearly it shows that there's someone else close by. But I've had a lot of situations when a red player was nearby, but I did not get this warning. So what is it? Someone invisible approaching, or must he be at a certain time close to you? I think this guy is German. But I'll say it one more time in English and then one more time one more time in German. You get this exclamation mark when you dismount and somebody is close to you. So now in German, wenn du absattelst und jemand in einer bestimmten Reichweite zu dir ist, dann kriegst du dieses Ausrufezeichen über dem Kopf. Okay. Actually, you can get dead water eel even you are fishing in forest area. I got tier 8 in swamp lately. Yes, yes. In the start of the series, for the most time of the series, I have been fishing in the swamps. The problem is that I was getting a lot of mollusks and crabs and all that garbage, rare fish, which is worth nothing. And I was wondering, I want more dead water eel. Where does it appear the most? And it looks like it appears the most in forest maps. I wonder if you can get it in the Roads of Avalon. That's what I'm wondering. But I believe it's possible. I believe it's possible, but I don't know it for sure. But I think so. Pretty sure. But then also the question is, how high is the chance to get it there? What is like the pure mist snapper must have the highest chance in the roads. But if Deadwater Eel is like the second highest chance, it would be fine, I would say. But then the problem would be you would have to have a lot of scouts standing around in tier 8 maps. And then every time before you go fishing, you would need to check where the entrances to these roads are. Which is definitely doable, and it may even be worth it and would maybe secure you a lot of money per time. So, could be worth it, but I will not do that in the Zero to Hero series. At 16.3, there's a guy in the map corner. I think you haven't seen him. Oh, this is possible. Let's see. Yeah, there is one. No, I saw him. But I know this guy from the guild Wildcard that I was in, actually. And we even were like chatting a little bit in this run. We were typing in the say chat a little bit. So I also saw his items. He would not be dangerous for me. He was solo, and it was just unlikely that he would gank me. You are talking like you invented ganking, and it's super hard and complicated. Ganking is actually super hard and complicated. It's just that a lot of people that are good at playing Albion have like 10 years of experience in Warcraft 3 or MOBAs like League of Legends, Dota 2, or like FPS games. So people with tons of experience in strategical and tactical games will sometimes believe that everything that they are able to do is self-explanatory and easy, even though if they didn't have like 10 years of experience playing video games that are tactical and strategical and failing a million times before actually playing well, then they would also be just bad and know nothing and would need pretty clear explanations. Ganking is the easiest PvP I've done in this game, and there's very little strategy. What is wrong with you? Don't talk like you're a genius, man. If you feel like I was being arrogant in this video, then you must be extremely sensitive or sensible. I don't know how to say that. Like, what? What? What's wrong with you? Like, first of all, ganking is very hard. PvP in this game is very hard. This game is extremely complicated. And you could compare it to like League of Legends, like the warfare in this game, the fights in this game. You can compare it to League of Legends, except that you have more spells and more terrain. Yeah, terrain is probably French. And it's just way more complicated. It's really difficult. So you say I'm arrogant or cocky or something? Don't talk like you're a genius, man. What's wrong? Bro, chill out. He is explaining his friends the logic and tactics to gank. He is not being cocky. Yeah. You could say ganking is easy, but also needs good coordinations in small-scale groups like this. A mistake and they could be dead. Well, either we could be dead, but also the point that when we are only 3 people, we have to be very, very coordinated and do everything perfectly so we don't miss out on kills, especially the good kills. Like, the good kills are usually harder to get. Those people that are worth more usually play better. Otherwise, they would not be running around with 1 million, 2 million, 3 million worth of items in the black zone if they didn't think they could survive. So we have to play perfectly to really be efficient, to not miss out on these 1 million kills, 2 million kills, you know, and that's a lot of loot for a very short amount of time. And if we fail, then it would be pretty sad to lose such a big amount of money. But the being dead is also a very important point, because dying is extremely expensive. Not only are you losing all your gear and your loot, but you are also losing the whole time that you need to buy your gear again or equip it again and come back to your group again. Like, you're wasting everyone's time if you die. It's extremely expensive to die in this game. Also, this helps newbies to understand some logics about ganking. Yeah, like, I don't think it's a bad idea to let the explanations and discussions in the video. Damn, looks like you have a lot of experience in this field. Let me take a look at your channel to learn more. And it's empty. Not everyone in the game is a veteran, and we all need tips and guidance somewhere. Exactly. Like, not everybody has 10 years of experience as a strategic mastermind or something, like. And also, one point is just, even like Devilman and Thor, they are not new to this game. They are somewhat good at this game. But we still need to discuss the basic strategy and the basic tactics, so we are all on the same page. We can't have different views. We can't have different plans to go into this, because then we all just run into random directions and do random stuff. That's not good in the black zone. You will not make profit. You will just lose all your money in the black zone if you're doing that. You might be a ganking pro, but you surely ain't content creator. Sit down. I don't know about the content creator thing. I don't think it matters too much. Lots of ways to teach. You don't have to invent yourself a genius personality to do so. Where the hell did I say that I'm a genius? Like, I'm probably smarter than you, but where the hell did I say that I'm a genius? Or where the hell was I being arrogant? I don't really feel like reading the rest of this nonsense, to be honest. How much specs do you have on rope? There I'm using the cleric rope and the trio ganking and gathering stuff. And I have 115 levels on the cleric rope. I also have like somewhat high levels on a few other ropes, so that gives me a nice little bonus of like plus 20, plus 30, plus 40 IP additionally. I was waiting for your video. Okay. Bro, can you please make a beginner video about an island and farm system? Probably not, because this is really not the stuff that I'm doing in the game, you know? Like, I was using the island for, let's say, 4 or 5 months to gather crops on it, use my focus for harvesting crops, which is just free money. It's free money. You can do that and you will make money. Harvesting herbs is more money. So if you want to use an island just and don't want to think about it, just put a lot of herb plots on it and use your focus to harvest herbs, and don't plant any herbs without focus. Always do it with focus and you will always make money. It's just free money, but it's just extremely boring actually. Like, I stopped doing it because it's boring. And it was not necessary, like I didn't need the income from that, because the activities that I do in the game, like solo PvE in the roads, solo gathering, duo PvE, duo ganking, etc., are profitable in itself. So my money is rising anyhow, and likewise I don't need other sources of income. And likewise I stopped doing it because going to the island every day and harvesting that stuff, it's not much work, it's free money, but it's boring. I don't care about that. It's not interesting in any way. I don't like it. Nice dodge. You Well, in this video, in this solo gathering volume 848 video, there was one very, very, very funny and interesting dodge. Well, I wonder if you mean that one, because I had a lot of stuff to do with gankers in this video. Let's say it like that. Oh, he died. I wish you continued on the next map. They spread and still have bubble. Well, it was in theory an option somehow. Going back also basically meant that I'm dead, unless they are very bad, which is possible because there were a lot of people. But I was really dead there. I was really, really dead. I probably would have had the better chances if I continued in the other map. You're probably right there. And I also would have liked to seen how it would have played out. They had too many people dismounted waiting for me, and my bubble would not have lasted long enough, sadly. Otherwise, I would have tried it if I had more time, but I had to zone through so early because my mount was killed so close before the exit, so I really didn't have any chance of getting away there. Hello, Apple. Hello. What? Your calculations are really crazy. I think your comment is about what I was just talking about. There was a really amazing moment in this video, I have to say. That group, I hate the Zerg versus 1. Every time I think, oh well, they made 100k each. When you're running around with 20 men, you also have to kill me. Like, it's normal. That's what they have to do. Otherwise, they would be stupid. They have to kill me. Otherwise, they are not doing anything at all. And they would just stand. Like, what else would they be doing, you know? If I would go into the black zone with a big group, which I probably would not do because it's boring, actually. But if I would do that, I would bring small scale gear so I can fight other groups, and I would have a ganking set with me, and of course all the gathering items, so we can take all the valuable back stacks like tier 8, 7.1, 7.2, etc., 6.3, 6.2, and then have ganking gear on all the time, kill everyone we see, and if we spot a group, just switch to small scale gear and fight those guys. Like, that's what I would do if I went with a big group. And that's just the thing that you have to do. I hate the Zerg versus 1. Well, if you don't like it when people are stronger and more dangerous when they have a numbers advantage, then maybe this game is not for you, basically, you know? Like, that's a big part of this game, and I like it. I like it. Still great game, man. Thank you. Or is that a compliment to SBI? I mean, I would also compliment SBI, like, they made a really great game there. That looked like impossible place to survive. You couldn't have known that group was so big. The thing is, they lost sight of me. They lost sight of me. It was possible to survive there if I went to the northwest. Theoretically, it's also possible that they would have some people there and it would not be enough for me to get through or something. Also, another possibility is they lost sight of me. I can just walk a little bit to the north and teleport out of this map. This is what I was wondering in the aftermath. Because if I teleport out while being out of sight, I'm safe. But for that, I would need to guess that there are this many people, actually. Why are resource values down for the last few weeks? Did they go down? I don't know. Well, they went down a little bit. They went down a little bit. That's true. That's true. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. Which guild they are, I don't know. But you can probably see it in game. In the video. Don't know why people stay in place while waiting for mount to back up. Isn't walking better than staying in place? Bubble won't disappear if you walk anyway. We actually can walk a decent distance while waiting for mount. I wanted to zone back anyways because there were too many people and my bubble would not last for long enough. If my plan was to continue running around in this map, I would also probably have stayed there to keep them insecure about if I want to go back or continue walking there. You cannot walk very far, you lose the bubble very soon. Of course, when you're dismounted, you can walk quite a bit. But you lose the bubble very soon when you zone through exits, which is good, of course. I don't know if it's good. It's probably good, yeah. Should be good to walk a bit. But I was planning to go back anyways. I didn't see any way for me to get through this map there with so many people already being dismounted. Like, already one beer pub player right next to me is enough to dismount me from the Spectral Diaball, which is really rough. So, and I also didn't have any cooldowns. This is a stupid part of the game. What's the point of going 20-on-1 on someone? You want the free money, so you take it. If you don't like that, then this game is probably not for you, because the numbers thing is a very important thing in this game. Just refreshing, and there's actually a new comment. Hi, I'm really enjoying your videos. Thank you. In fact, it is you who brought me back to Albion. In your videos, I see you inspecting other people a lot. I try to make this a habit myself. 2 questions. First, can you select a player if you only see his nameplate? Because I'm asking myself how you can inspect them so quickly. I'm always having a hard time to select and inspect the other before he leaves the inspection range. You must click on him. You cannot click on the nameplate. This doesn't work. So that's why I'm basically always clicking on people. I'm always selecting people, and I'm using left click for selecting and right click for moving and attacking, which is a big thing if you're playing everything on left click, then this doesn't work as well, and you will randomly move around if you try to left click on people, which is very annoying. But yeah, I'm just preemptively clicking on people with my left click, so I'm always ready to inspect them, to check their stats, their PvP fame. Second, what are you looking at specifically after seeing the guy's gear? You're saying it's a ganker or he's worthless, but how can you know? Well, there are a lot of things. The type of gear tells me like the type, which kind of weapon, which kind of armor, which kind of boots, which kind of helmet, which kind, the cape is a different story. But the things I've just said tell me, is he a ganker? If he has a lot of mobility and a little bit of CC sometimes, a little bit of burst, a little bit of purge, then he's a ganker basically, like Beer Paws, like Rail Seeker, like Claws. Those are group ganking weapons. And if they have a Thetford cape, then they usually also are gankers. If they are using things like, well, most of the weapons are actually, and armors and helmets are actually for small scale fighting, like distinguishing between gankers, and not between gankers, between group players and solo players will be pretty hard for you. You will just need a lot of experience. Undead capes are pretty often used by solo players. Fort Sterling capes also kinda, but it's pretty hard to evaluate that. You just need a lot of experience. Gatherers have gathering gear, that's an easy one. If I say that they are worthless, then they most likely have some tier 4 gear or 4.1 gear. And that's just very weak, has very low stats, and that's why I'm saying they are worthless or weak, and likewise not dangerous, because they will not do a lot of damage. They will also have less crowd control duration, so that's why they are not as dangerous for me. Anything else? Nope. So this is it.